Hi, I'm MartantKhosla. I'm an architect and an artist, and I'm just going to talk about my artistic practice today. But to foreground that, I want to just briefly touch upon my architectural practice, I think, from where a lot of the ideas that I work on are, stem. And so as an architect, I am fortunate to be able to engage with the city in a very bricks and mortar type of way, which, however, at the same time limits my engagement with the city to singular projects, singular buildings. Whereas when you really start to look at a city, and particularly cities in countries such as India, they're constantly churning, and they're not actually static entities at all. They are organisms that are constantly evolving and shifting, and there's a great deal of tension and pulling and pushing. And so when one starts to look at the city from this macro scale, from this further out, zoomed out sort of sense, that is something that my architectural practice does not afford me an opportunity to look at. And I think there I've been very fortunate to be able to find the sort of avenues to be able to explore aspects of urbanism through the sculptural practice that I have. And I think that at the same time, my practice as an architect really allows me to be situated within the construction sort of industry, and the art practice starts off really early on, where I am I started to look at labor, I started to look at migration, I started to look at the power structures that are there at an individual level, but also at the same time looking at cities at a larger scale. I worked on that for quite a lot of time, and as time has gone by, I think I'm now looking at this idea of the churning city. So I think a lot of the present work that I'm working on is emerging out of this discussion that has been going on about the redevelopment of the informal cities. And as expected, within these pushes and pulls, I mean, the capital remains the dominant force in dictating how the cities, our cities of today actually start to take shape.